How's everyone doing? Saturday, Saturday Night Vlog. And here I am right here. I'm cooking some couscous. Gotta love the couscous. Near East, right there, 100% natural. Now I haven't cooked couscous in a long time. Last time I cooked couscous was probably a couple of years ago. I used to cook this all the time in my fraternity house for me and my roommate. Couscous and beans with some tiger sauce, and that's what I'm gonna do tonight. Bringing it back old school. And cooking it up right here, waiting for it to simmer. Mmm, yummy. Love it. Roasted garlic and olive oil. Bring it to a slow boil. Very nice. And then I'm going to stir in the couscous. I'm not gonna be able to do this because it's you know, gonna be difficult to do that one-handed. So I'll see you in a moment. And I wanted to show you something new that we got in here. First up, if you remember before in my new place tour, there's all the different games and stuff. My roommate moved some of the games to the garage because they wanted to put some chairs and stuff right there. Kind of bar chairs so you can eat right there, and the little table right there that we used to have in the kitchen, but now it's out here. But the cool thing is, right there, pinball machine, strikes and spares. And this was made by the Gottlieb company, who have done pinball machines since, I want to say, the 30s, I believe it was. And this is one of the last ones they did. The very last one was the barbed wire pinball machine, but this one came right before that, and there's only 750 of these units made, so it's pretty limited. It's pretty cool right there. I'll just show you the side. Still looks great and excellent condition. Sounds great as well. And there's also another game by Bally's called Strikes and Spares. This one is Strikes in Spares. But one neat thing I noticed too, the Bally one actually had these girls right there, this design on there. So whoever had this before obviously took this from the Bally's game and put it inside here, because this is actually not part of the original machine. It looks like just like a little piece of the paper from the Bally's game, which was a little bit older. This one's from 1995. But I just thought that's actually kind of neat, I guess, kind of history of the pinballs right there. And because the names are similar, it's a bowling game. This is kind of a redemption game because there's no pull part right here. And you just, you know, you hit the little side buttons right there. And the object of the game is to hit the balls right up there and knock down the pins. You can see the pins in there. Pretty cool game for bowling enthusiasts. It's pretty simplistic, straightforward. And I'll just go ahead and open this up and show you the inside and everything too. You get an idea of the inner workings of the pinball machine. Even though it doesn't have the, you know, the pull right there, it's still considered a pinball machine. It has the balls right there. Kind of redemption style pinball machine. It's a unique feature. Right there with the bowling pins. You see the balls right there, and you hit them right there, and it goes right up the lane. It's pretty neat. It all lights up and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm not gonna put it on right now just because the dogs will go crazy. They, you know, they'll bark, they hear all the noises, and they'll come down here, and it'll be like a jungle down here. I have no barking right now. I'm trying to cook and get my cook on. And no barking, no stress. Relaxation. And there's more of the little pins right there that are up. Somebody, I guess, hit that side and they didn't come back down. When you turn it on, they'll come back down and reset. Just wanted to show you guys that. I know, I love it. I love just coming in here and looking at it all the time. It's a pretty cool conversation starter. Fun to play and everything. Nice little party area. I think I've showed you the outside deck out here before too, but if not, I'll show you again. And there's the woods right there. Can't wait till wintertime to see that all beautiful and snowy. That'll look great. Can't wait to grill too. But the weather's been so funky lately. It's been up and down, up and down. One day it's 80, the next day it's like 50. It's nuts. But now let's go check on the couscous and see how it's coming along. Took it off and turn off the heater, and should be nice and fluffy and ready to go. I get my fork over here. Oh yeah, you want to make sure the couscous is fluffy. I use some extra virgin olive oil for it. Get some fluffiness. Fluff it around. That looks good. Look at that fluffy couscous. Nom 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 nom. This is basically cooking with Jay right here. I was thinking about doing like a whole series of that kind of stuff, but I don't know, there's tons of cooking shows out there, and but there we go. Makes about 3 servings, and I don't know. That's a big monster serving right there. Obviously, I'm going to divide it up. That's probably about a serving and a half, and that's probably about at least another serving and a half. Probably closer to 2 servings really on that one. But yeah, I'm going to break it up. I'm going to have that tonight, and I'm going to cook some beans in a minute, and that is going to last me probably for another two days. Some good golden couscous. Let's see how it tastes though. Let's have a little fluffy couscous for your mouthpiece. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, I did good. Anyways, let's get these beans cooking. Nom nom nom. And now I have the beans going in here. And I take out all the bacon and fat. There's a little gross, like slimy white stuff in there. That's the fat in there and the bacon. I know people love bacon. I'm like one of the only people ever that doesn't like bacon. Just don't like the taste of it. I was actually a vegetarian for a few years a while back. Not because I cared about the animals or anything like that. I just don't really love the taste of meat. But I'm no longer a vegetarian. I eat, burgers. I love a good burger. A turkey dog. I like turkey dog. I'm good with the vegetarian burgers too. Boca burgers. That's what's up. But for a good burger, regular burger, I use a lot of condiments. I use a lot of condiments with everything. I know some people say that covers up the taste of the meat. Well, again, I don't love the taste of meat. But it's good for you. It's got that iron, that protein. But yeah, I love a good burger though, but I just use a lot of condiments. It's alright, it's cool. But now I got the beans simmering. Alright, there we go. There's the beans all cooked up. And I put the pot in the sink. And I like to, get it ready, get it prepped. Put some, dishwasher in there and let it soak so nothing gets stuck in there. Smart cooking right there. And now I'm about to get my eat on. About to watch a movie. And newsflash headline, fat kid loves food. But yeah, this is the piece de resistance right here. The tiger sauce. You know what? This deserves a front angle. The tiger sauce is getting some love. This is the preeminent spicy sauce right here. I love it. It's spicy, it's tangy, it's sweet. It goes on everything. It says sauce for meat, seafood, and poultry. I could eat it in my cereal. It's so good. Big shout out to tiger sauce. Try me. You should. I don't know where the heck to get this from. It's always like a random crapshoot. My regular Stop and Shop used to have it, but they haven't had it in a while. I searched everywhere for it. I finally found it at ShopRite actually. So that's cool, but they didn't have it before, so I don't know. It's weird. I remember trying to look them up, and I had trouble finding their site and everything. Maybe it has it in here. It's from New Orleans. There you go. I'll read this on the back for you. The original tiger sauce is an exotic, moderately spicy blend of ingredients in a cayenne pepper base with a touch of sweet and sour. It's perfect on meat, seafood, and poultry. Delicious on sandwiches and dips and soups. I agree. Shake well before using. Will do, boss. But I absolutely love this sauce. I've been using this for years. It's what I used to cook with at my fraternity house. I put on everything. Put in my eggs. But I'll just show you what I used to cook this. Basically this same meal for me and my roommate all the time in the fraternity house. Put a little tiger sauce. And I just put it in a little bit of everything right there. And then you save the other serving for the next day. If you're eating alone, forever alone. But there you go. And the key to getting the couscous nice and fluffy is to stir it in. And then after you take it off the heater, to continue to stir and fluff it up. Let's get some with the tiger sauce in here. Oh, Once it hits your mouth, it's just like love. So good. I love you, tiger sauce. And I started to bring over some of my memorabilia, like my sports memorabilia. A few baseballs and stuff like that up there. And then my Crystal Head vodka bottle right there, signed by Dan Aykroyd. He was one of the creators of it, one of the founders. And he does like tours for it all over different liquor stores. And if you buy the bottle, he'll sign it. And a couple tennis balls. And most of my baseballs are Hall of Fame players up there. I wanted to have a Hall of Fame collection going. And I'll go ahead and show you this. One of my prizes of my collection right there, one of my pride and joys. Joe DiMaggio. By Beckett right there, authenticated. Index card. Very, very nice. And you big memorabilia fans will probably know what that is. Reggie Jackson's stat ball for Joe Morgan. And it's 309 out of 1,000. Tons of stats on that bad boy. And I brought over some jerseys as well. I have some signed jerseys in there, back there. I might do a whole separate video about my signed jerseys, signed baseball, signed football helmets, all that kind of stuff. You know, I have a whole sports memorabilia. I have signed photos and posters and things like that. There's a couple tennis balls. I think I showed them, but I didn't really talk about them. Serena up top and James Blake down bottom right there. And I might have moved in some new stuff in here as well if you want to take a look. I found dirty work for $3.99 at Kmart. Had to get it. And I recently went to go see Kevin Nealon at my local comedy club, the Stress Factory, which I go to all the time. They have lots of great acts. And I ended up seeing him actually before the show even started. He was outside next to the place, like a little pizza place, which actually has a restaurant, real nice restaurant across the street too, called Panico's. And he was just sitting outside in a little table and chair. And I went over there and I brought my Blu-ray of season 1 of Weeds. And I went up to him and said, "Hey, how are you?" Blah, blah, blah. And he was like, "Oh, do you always carry that Blu-ray around?" I'm like, "No, I'm going in to see you." And I was like, "Wondering if you could sign it." And he signed it, took the little slip out, and there it is right there. It says, J, legendary, Kevin Nealon. When I think of legendary, though, I think of How I Met Your Mother with Neil Patrick Harris. Legend, wait for it, dairy. But very nice. Now, if you've seen Weeds, definitely let me know what you think of this TV show. The owner for the Stress Factory, Vinny, is hilarious. He's always great. He should have his own show, in my opinion. I know he's on Opie and Anthony sometimes, and he was on Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn a bunch as well. And I also bought Kevin Nealon's book after the show. He was doing a lot of comedians do. They promote, you know, whatever CDs that they have, DVDs or books. In this case, I didn't even read what the title was about. I just wanted to support him. And it's Yes, You're Pregnant, But What About Me is the title of the book, which don't really care for that. But now I'll go ahead and show you that he signed the book as well. I guess, you know, let me put this down over here. And I went with a group of friends, and one of the friends printed out a little picture of him and little Nikki right there. For all of us to get signed, and which Kevin Nealon did sign. The gold kind of matches the background right there. But this character, he had boobs on his head. I wish there was he would have printed out a picture with the boobs on the head. But either way, this is still very cool. And also, he actually talked about this role in his act. He talked about the boobs part, but it's pretty cool. Maybe, you know, that would be kind of offensive, I guess, in a way. But it could be funny, too. I don't know. And then this is what he signed for me. This is 2J, Fuel the Flow. Kind of makes you think of like a tampon commercial or something. I don't know if he just put something random in there and then, you know, Kevin Nealon. Or if that's part of, you know, this book in here. If there's some kind of excerpt about that. I'm hoping that's the case. Otherwise, he just wrote something random. Which seems to be the case for a lot of comedians and actors and things like that. Like Judah Friedlander. Let me show you this. I got this signed a while ago. My DVD copy of Feast. And he wrote, "You're cool." Oh, okay, thanks. Generic. I mean, I'm very happy to have met Judah Friedlander to get him to sign my DVD. He was really nice, and he's hilarious as well. I've seen him up several times. And this is the first time I saw Kevin Nealon. I had a chance to see him before, but I didn't get to do it. Something came up. But this time I saw him, and he was alright. He was like casual funny. I think people were shocked about, you know, he was saying, "Oh, do you want to know anything about SNL?" He's like, "Chris Farley." And Kevin Nealon's response is, "He's dead." The whole crowd was like, "Whoa, too soon, too soon." But he just went on, you know, how sad and unfortunate it was that, you know, he lived a fast life, drugs, alcohol, stuff like that. They said that they all knew it was coming and this and that. And it's a shame, because I think Chris Farley was hilarious. Chris Farley, John Candy, John Belushi, classic great comedians, fat comedians, hilarious. And that's the other thing too, like Kevin James, I think people just expect him to be funny because he's, you know, a fat comedian. But I don't know, I just don't really find Kevin James very funny. The King of Queens show was just okay to me. I was shocked it was on for like 9 or 10 seasons or something like that. I didn't think it was that great of a show. It's just okay. Kevin James is just okay for me. Not a big fan of his movies at all. But I guess people just expect him to be funny because he's like a fat comedian and he seems likable. I'll give him that. He's likable. His comedy is just very safe. His show is very safe. It's just, I don't know, just kind of bland for me personally. But it was Kevin Nealon. I just thought he was okay. I thought, you know, he definitely had some funny parts, but it was like casual funny. The guy that opened for him, Jay Black, was hilarious. And tons of people in the audience. I heard people next to me saying it, and then after the show I heard people saying it. Everybody was saying basically that Jay Black was way funnier than Kevin Nealon, which I definitely agree. Jay Black blew me away. I was like, who is this guy? How come I've never heard of him before? And actually, we talked to him, me and my group of friends that I went with, we talked to him after the show, and he was actually talking to us for a while. There's a group of 5 of us, and he was just talking to us like we were good friends, like we've known each other all along. He was great. I can't wait to see him. He should be a headliner. And that's another thing that I like about going to comedy shows. A lot of times you can see opening acts that you've never heard of before, kind of like lesser-known comedians, and they turn out to be funnier than the main act, or you basically discover these people that later could become, you know, well-known or popular, or just people that you just find to be really funny. And I've had that happen a bunch of times, and this is one of those occasions. But I guess Kevin Nealon kind of gave him a big break. He basically had him go on tour with him, and so that was pretty cool. And so I guess wherever Kevin Nealon performs, Jay Black performs as well. And Jay Black was hilarious. If you ever get a chance to see him, definitely do so. Kevin Nealon was a very nice guy as well. Again, casual, funny. I don't know. He started his act with, how much time do I have left? Or something like that. I'm just, all right. But the Stress Factory is always a fun time. Live comedy, live music, I love it. That's the way to go. It's the best way to see music and comedy as well. Stand up. Love it. But now I'm getting ready to eat. I've been neglecting my food over here. And there's little Wrigley. I think he's all tuckered out. And put a little bit of sour cream on there as well. Let me know, do you guys use any hot sauces? What's your brand of hot sauce? I need to find another backup brand for hot sauces because it took me forever to find Tiger sauce again, and I haven't been able to find one that I really like. I like spicy, but with a little bit of tanginess to it, it has a nice, good tanginess, a little bit of almost sweetness to it. It's very delicious. Oh, so good. And I want to say too, the sour cream on here, it's reduced fat, so I'm keeping it healthy a little bit. I mean, only 2 grams of fat instead of like a buttload, so that's a plus. And this is high in fiber stuff right here, the couscous, the beans, and that tiger sauce, that'll speed up your metabolism. All that spices and stuff in there, cayenne based. It's going to be a healthy morning for sure. But now I'm getting ready to put on a movie, and I will talk to you soon.
I want a full description.
This movie still gives me goosebumps. Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones, Ray Liotta, the whole cast. Absolutely love this movie. Goosebumps all throughout. Oh man, Doc Graham, Moonlight Graham. Oh, this part's one of my favorite parts right here. Oh, I love this part. Come on, James Earl Jones, get your butt in there. But this is just a classic movie, one of my all-time favorite sports movies. Just such a great film. I can watch this movie all the time. I've always said, I want to find a girl like this, like Kevin Costner's wife in this movie. Stands by her man, she's strong, she's intelligent. And I've always wanted to live on a farm as well. And it would be cool to have a baseball field over there too. But yeah, I mean, I'm more of a basketball player and football player. Baseball would be third for me. But still, it's cool. Play some home run derby and everything. Oh, love this movie though. But there you go, there's my Saturday night vlog. We talked, we got to know each other. We cooked, cooking with Jay. Watched a movie, talked about some autographs, showed you some stuff. And I'll go ahead and show you some more of the stuff that I moved in. Moved in some other TV sets, MASH, Full House, Kids in the Hall, Twilight Zone, Deadwood, a bunch of other stuff down there. And then some other stuff down there as well. Some stuff that you might not have seen before. No, Ray, it was you. And this movie just gets me a little bit emotional every time I watch it. I've watched this movie so many times over the years. It just pulls at your heartstrings, especially the end, you know. Hey, Dad, you want to play catch? And, sure. And then throws the ball. I mean, come on. How could that not get to you on just a basic emotional level? Love it. And then Amy Madigan was the actress. I looked up the actress on the back of my Blu-ray. She was fantastic in here and loved the role that she played. Just love this movie. There she is right there. Love the house too. You know, I just like the simple life right there of, you know, having that land, having, you know, growing your own food and stuff like that. It's just awesome. I wish that was still possible in certain areas, but it's just everywhere's so overdeveloped, and this part gets me too. Seeing the line of cars, the car lights coming through the headlights. Awesome. Oh man. There it is. Look at all those headlights. Look at all those headlights. Ah man, just gets me every time. But I think I got sidetracked. But I was just talking about, you know, everything's overdeveloped, and I would like to. I wish New Jersey. You know, it's the Garden State. I mean, it's well known for eggplant, tomatoes, different kind of, you know, vegetables and stuff like that. And you know, there are wildlife conservation areas and farms. There's lots of farming area, especially in South Jersey. But I just wish in this area in particular there's more land. It seems like they're just developing more and more every year, and I feel like that's the case everywhere. And I just wish there were more farmlands and just land like that. It's just beautiful to see. What is this place? It's Iowa. Iowa? Yeah. Looks like heaven. And I love the history of baseball as well. I like in here they talk about certain players and the history of baseball as well, which is really cool in my opinion. Again, I collect T206 tobacco baseball cards, you know, signed baseballs. I love the history of baseball. I think it has the richest history of at least American sports in my opinion. It's not necessarily my favorite to watch or play. It's third place for both of those. Football and basketball are what I played when I was growing up, and what I prefer to watch. They're my favorites, but I love baseball as well. You know, it's in there. And a big Cubs fan and Yankees fan. I can get away with that. Different divisions. This movie just touches my soul. But let me know what you guys watched. If you guys watched anything tonight, let me know. And I hope everybody's doing well. Take care. And let me know if I should continue to do this as a series, Saturday night vlog, you know, live from New Jersey. SATURDAY. Let me know if you guys like it or if you hate it. Should I keep doing it? Let me know what you guys think.